Welcome to your Towelwork follow along. Towelwork is a piece of movement syllabus that Ron Fletcher put together where he was teaching non-dancers such as myself how to do gram work, a dance technique from 𝗵𝗲𝗺𝗃, one of his teachers, and teaching it in a way so that we knew where to place our arms and how to hold the frame of the dancer that moves from the armpit or the muscles below the shoulder. Now, this has remarkable health benefits for our spine, our posture, and our breathing, which then ultimately affects our digestion. So the towel work is absolutely incredible, and the towel work was made up because, as the story goes, Nancy Reagan and Betsy Bloomingdale were taking classes from him, and he was trying to get them to do side bends, but they couldn't manage their arms. He said they would bend and their arms would go like this. So he picked up a towel off the floor, went like this with it to get it into a straight line, and he said, "Here, pull on the towel so you squeeze these muscles, and when you move, don't let the frame between your ears and your arms change." Then as the years went on, we went on to manufacturing it to where there was strips of terry cloth towel braided, and then that gave us a really nice elasticity and a really nice thick grip to be able to access these muscles a little bit more comfortably than a band. And I actually manufactured this product for a few years. Now, we're doing it with a band, and this gauge of band is really awesome to feel that engagement, but you have to kind of like manage yourself to not pinch your shoulder blades together. That's the wrong muscle group. That's the right muscle group for some exercises that you see for fitness when we use the bands, but for the purposes of this work, that is not the way to do it. So I'm going to go over with you some of the placements of the proper way to hold your band. And if you have a few thinner bands than this, just hold them all together so that you have a good elasticity to work with. When I'm teaching this class for you, you may find that I use towel or band interchangeably. So just know that I'm referring to this piece of equipment. So the first thing that I want to go over is the grip. And the grip, I always say that the jewelry part of our knuckles is straight up and down. So you don't want to have your wrist flexed up to the ceiling or flexed down to the floor. And we want to have a full grip and really hold it from the pinky, like really squeeze through the pinky. Because what happens is the energy, the muscles that get activated are through here to really open up your posture and strengthen your posture muscles. If you squeeze too much with your index finger and your thumb, the energy is going to go through here and just cause even more, maybe TMG and even more TMJ and more neck tension. The distance that you hold is pretty much out to the end of your band. For most of us, that's where we want to be. When we have the towel, we fold it in half and we put one end, we put the folded end of the towel to one side of the shoulder, and then we take the other end out to the side, and then we pinch it at the end of the shoulder, and where we have those ends is where we actually place the pinky. So you can see I pretty much had it at that spot. Really what we're looking for is that we feel kind of like we have an equilateral triangle between the hands, the towel, and the center of our sternum. So you'll just kind of find a comfortable position. Number one, you just don't want to feel anything jammed up, and you don't want to pinch your shoulder blades together. So since this is a new movement that your body's going to be learning, you're probably going to feel this a lot in your forearms and in your traps and in your arms in the beginning. But eventually, you're going to make the mind-body connection that you are squeezing from here, which is where dancers are lifting from when they have that nice, long, elegant line. So we're just going to do a few of the fundamental exercises that I have found. I've been teaching this since 2006, that I have found to be like the biggest payoff ones to really open up the body and take us away from that forward posture on our phones and on our computers, And then the breath is gonna add another element to really open up your spirit. Your breath is what unites the non-physical universe and the physical. So you're doing energetic work with this as well. So we're gonna start in a parallel position. That means our toes and heels are going forward. This is turnout. So find yourself into a comfortable position with your legs, and then we're gonna go for some pliés, and we're gonna have our hands nice and soft to begin with. Okay, just making sure we're recording. All right, so I'll be moving around. You can stay facing forward. If you do have a mirror somewhere, you could always do some form checks, but for the most part, you could probably just stay facing forward. So as we inhale, we're also going to bend our legs. This is a plié. So a plié is different than a squat because the plié, we send that tailbone straight down to the floor. We're not letting our hips hinge at all. We're gonna do the Fletcher breathing, which is an inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth. You're gonna slightly unhinge your jaw and press your tongue to the back of your top teeth, to make a little narrow aperture to force the air out, so you have to work your abs a little bit more. We're gonna do 2 more, and then we're gonna stay at the bottom. Now on this last one, take a full breath to plié and stay. Now we're gonna do Ron's pulses. They stretch the lungs and they emphasize whatever position our body is in. So we just have a little gentle bounce where we inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Inhale half your lungs, inhale the rest. Exhale half your lungs, exhale the rest. Let's do 4 of those sets together. Two more. Last set, finish on your exhale. Now pull your band into a straight line and then stand up. So remember, the jewelry part of the knuckles is facing forward. We're gonna have a little bit of a bend through the elbow. You're not gonna lock them out. You wanna have where you get your blood drawn facing in. Now we're gonna do taut towel pulls, taut band pulls. We're gonna inhale to engage the band and then exhale to soften it. Now remember what I said, we're working the muscles below the shoulder. So we're working the back muscles, not the top shoulder muscles into the neck. Let's do 5 more. Inhaling to pull, exhaling to soften. 4 more. And 3. 2 more. Last one. And then we're gonna bring the band all the way down, roll through your shoulders, wiggle around if you need to. Now we're gonna keep the band taut, and we're gonna start with it taut at the hip, and we're gonna stretch our lungs as we take the band overhead. We're gonna inhale half our lungs as we hit the sternum, inhale even more through your lungs as you go overhead, exhale half your air out, and then exhale everything out. I want you to feel your shoulder blades slide down your back. Don't let your shoulders roll up into your ears. Keep them down. Let's do 4 more. And 3. 2 more. Last set. Bring the band down. You're gonna roll through your shoulders and turn out through your legs. So when we do a turnout, we're only pivoting on the heel and the ball and socket joint. So don't prop your feet open and then like try to think that you need to be a ballerina. You want to only go what your body can do in the hip. So we're going to externally rotate into what our hip can manage, and then now we're going to do pliés again. But this time in turnout, we have soft hands and the elbows go in the same direction as our knees, and we exhale as we stand. So you really want to feel the back of your leg pull your knees backward, and you want to feel that that tailbone can go straight down again. Let's do 2 more. Inhale to plié, exhale to stand. I'm really squeezing the bottom of my butt. Last one, we're going to take a full breath to go down and stay down. Now we're going to emphasize the front of the hip stretch by engaging the back side of the body with 4 sets of pulses. Be careful of your knees. Really make sure that you're just working through here. So it's going to be inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, engaging here. 2 more. Last set. And keep them backward. Now, when you stand, you should feel even more engagement through the inner and outer thigh. Squeeze your butt, keep that engagement, because now we're gonna do some side bends. So we're gonna pull the band taut, keep your butt nice and tight, stretch it up overhead, and then now you're gonna keep equal distance between each ear and each arm as you just bend your rib cage. So I always think of those little balls that used to be at the grocery store in the kids section, the mini basketball or the mini soccer ball. We're just kind of bending the ribs just a little bit. It's not too big of a movement. We're gonna inhale, really fan the right side of your rib cage open. Exhale as you come back to center. Inhale, really fan the left side of your ribs open, and then exhale as you come back to center. Keeping that equal distance, a little bit of tension on the band through your pinkies and your triceps and your armpits. And then let's do our final side bend to the left, and then come up, bring the band down, relax all of these muscles down here. Now I want to teach you another pulse. So we're going to go down into a plie again in our distance that we had here from our parallel position into a turnout. We're going to go down into a plie. Now hold that plie. Now I want you to try to take your pelvic floor straight down to the floor. 3 more. And 2. Last set. Finish on your exhale. Now try to keep your pelvis where it is. I want you to do an upper contraction. So I want you to see if you can feel your breastplate sink into your chest, your heart, and your lungs as you round your spine forward, and then come up nice and tall. We're gonna do 3 more. Inhale and exhale, try to collapse your breastplate into your lungs. Inhale and exhale to come back up. 2 more. So we're folding the ribs. Last one. And then up and stand. We're gonna use that movement a little later. That was a little prep. So you can shake out your legs if you need to. And then we can reestablish our position. So go back to where you were with your parallel legs, and then externally rotate through the hip. But now this time, pivot on the balls of your feet so that we're in parallel again, but we're working ourselves wider. The wider we get and the more straightforward we stay, the more you're gonna open up the sides of your body. And we have a lot of intersections of muscles and tendons that kind of overlap like a cross. So this is a great way to stretch so many things and strengthen so many things at once. We're gonna go back to our pliés. So we're gonna have 4 pliés. Soft hands, soft shoulders, it's kind of a break. 3 more. And 2. Now take a full breath to plie. Stay here in the plie. Now keep your pelvis nice and still. Inhale, releve on your right ankle. Exhale, press it down. Inhale the left. Exhale, press it down. Now, as you do this, I want you to notice that you don't want to let your ankle roll out to the side or to the inside. You want to try to keep it going straight ahead. Inhale and exhale. And also, you don't want to let your hip lift. Really try to keep your hip totally still. We're going to do one more to each side. Inhale the right. Exhale it down. Inhale the left. Exhale it down. Pull your band taut, squeeze your tush so your pelvis is set, and then we're gonna exhale as we rotate to the left. So this is an exhale, really squeezing the air out of your body. Inhale as you come back to center. Exhale, feel as though you're squeezing the left side of your rib cage muscles, emptying the air out of your right lung. Inhale as you come back. Exhale the left side. And we're really just trying to rotate with our waist. Notice that the pelvis isn't going with us. And as we rotate, we're keeping the center of our band with the center of our chest. So our arms aren't gonna move more than our chest does. Exhale as you rotate to the left. You should be feeling it through here. Inhale as you come back to center. Let's do one more to each side. Exhale as you go to the right. Inhale as you come back to center. Exhale as you go to the left. And inhale as you come back to center. Bring the band down. So we're in an open parallel position. We're gonna rotate again on those heels. Now we're in what's called our open second position. Now we're gonna do even deeper pliés. We're gonna inhale as we go down as low as you can. Exhale to come back up. You want to feel like you're an oil rig. You don't want your butt to swing backward or tuck forward. You want to feel that you're going straight down and straight up. So you're really feeling all the muscles that kind of wrap around the hip. 3 more. And 2. Last one. Now I want you to stand and hold that tension so you feel very secure in your pelvis, your inner thighs, and the back of the leg. We're gonna get bigger side bends with this wider base. So we're gonna take a full breath to go overhead. You have a little bit of tension on your band. We're gonna inhale and exhale. Really take your time to figure out how far you can go safely without changing your arm position. Then we're gonna inhale and exhale as we come back up. We're gonna keep that band right above our head. Inhale and exhale, side bending to the left. Inhale and exhale as we come up. Now I want you to feel like you're kind of reaching up and over a big mountain and come back. So that way you don't just sink. You wanna feel an up and over lift in your spine so you really open up the vertebra. Let's do one more to the right. Inhaling and exhaling. And then inhale and exhale to come back. Last time to the left. Inhale and exhale to the left. Inhale and exhale, we're back. And then you can loosen up, shake it all out. Now we're gonna do a whole bunch of combos and add on, add on, add on. And from your pelvis up, you are just going to really stretch and expand. Pull your band taut. Bring it up to your sternum. Keep it a little bit taut as you inhale and pull the band into your chest. Exhale as you go forward. Now, keep your legs how they are so that you have that base. I'm gonna keep moving around. You wanna notice that the jewelry part of your knuckles stays vertical. And as you pull the band into your chest, your wrist, your elbow, and your shoulder are all kind of staying on the same level as the band. And that's really gonna stretch out all of the muscles in your arm, all the way down to your fingers, all the way up to where they connect at the bottom of your skull. So let's do 4 more. We're gonna inhale as we bend, exhale as we press forward. And 3. Feels so good. 2. Now, On this last one, stay in. Inhale, pull the band into your chest. Exhale, rotate the tips of your elbows down. You should feel a stretch across your front of your shoulders. Inhale to rotate up. 3 more. And 2. Last one. Stay here. Lift your chest. Press the band up. It shouldn't hit your face. Center your chest. Bring it down. Relax. Shake it out. All the things. We're gonna add on to this. Open second position, so that means your heels are nice and wide. Pull your band taut, bring it up to your chest. Squeeze your tush so your pelvis doesn't move. Inhale this time, inflating the left lung as you rotate. Exhale as you come back to center. Inhale, inflating the right lung. Exhale as you come back to center. We're gonna do 1 more of those before we add on. Inhale as you rotate. Exhale to center. Inhale as you rotate. Exhale to center. Now we're adding on. Inhale as you rotate. Stay in that rotation, but keep your pelvis facing forward. Exhale as you take your band over your head. You should feel a bunch of weird muscles in your back because they're all diagonal. Inhale as you come back to center. Exhale to the sternum. Inhale, rotate to the right. Exhale as you go overhead. Inhale as you center, and then exhale to the sternum. Keep that band a little bit taut from your pinkies. Inhale, rotate left. Exhale, go overhead. Inhale, center. Exhale to the sternum. Last time to the right. We're gonna add on again though. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, overhead. Inhale, center. Exhale all the way down. Give yourself a little bit of a break. The next piece, we're gonna be rotated, pelvis is forward, and then you're gonna pull the W. This is called pull to W because it's like a W shape if you're like looking at like this. And when you're rotated and you do a pull to W, you have asymmetrical movement in these muscles that are working symmetrically here. So just do your best. It's gonna unwind stuff that you normally can't access because of the setup and because you're exercising those muscles while they're in an odd position. So that should be enough of a rest for you. Pull your band taut, bring it up to the chest. We're gonna do 4. So inhale and exhale, rotate to the left. Inhale, bend the elbows, try to keep everything on that same plane. Exhale as you press forward. 3 more. And 2. Last one. Big finale. Overhead, come back to center, bring it to the sternum, rotate to the right, 4 over here. Inhale and exhale. 3 more. And 2. Last one. Big finale. Inhale overhead, exhale center, and then bring the band down. And then you can start walking your feet in. Ron always ended his towel work by closing the chapter after we finished it. So good job doing Ron's towel work. Glad you can meet him, and we'll see you later.